everyone. My name is PJ. We're going to be doing some Pilates today, and we're going to have a lot of fun. If you haven't been doing this for a while, just take it slow. Whatever you can do, and I will be showing you some modifications in between as well. So let's start with a little warm-up, and we're going to lift one knee up and give it a little hug and switch. So while we're doing this, I'm just going to talk a little bit about our breathing. So the breathing is in through the nose and out through the mouth. So Pilates breath, always in through the nose, always out through the mouth. You're taking the breath in to your diaphragm all the way into the top part of your belly. Good. Give me one more. Good. On the next one, I want you to see if you can hold. Now, if you can see my toes, I'm pointing my toes down towards the floor. A little bit of balance. If you can't balance, grab a wall, grab a chair. Let's flex your foot. So I'm having a little trouble today, but that's okay. Point your toe down, flex your foot. Give me one more time. Point and flex and hold. Let's circle that ankle around a couple of times in each direction and then switch it up. Good. So you're gonna warm up those ankles and we're gonna switch it up. So find your balance. Lift that knee up, grab it with both hands and tucking it in. So point your toe down, flex the foot, point and flex. Give me one more time. Good. Hold it flexed and then circle that ankle. Let's do the other direction. Excellent. Slowly lower your leg down. Good. Shake it out if you need to. And we're going to take it into a little bit of a wider stance. Keep your knees soft. I'm going to rotate at your hips. So we're going to go around. Squeeze your belly in towards your spine. And we're going to just circle the hips. Maybe 3, 4 in one direction and then change it up. Go in the other direction. So we'll do a short warm-up. We have 45 minutes. So let's stay here. Good. Now we're going to move up to your shoulders. So I want you to lift your shoulders, drop them back, lift them up and drop them back. Give me one more. Good. Now, you always want to work with your breath, so never stop breathing and hold your breath. Keep going forward. Couple more. Excellent. We're going to rotate over to the neck. So let's turn that head over to one side. And I don't want you to rotate from the shoulders. Keep it right here. Good. Back to the center and over to the other side. So you're doing a big exhale as you rotate over to one side, and then inhale as you come back. Let's do one more on each side. Exhale as you rotate. Inhale back in. Exhale as you rotate. And inhale back in. Now let's lift the chin up towards the sky. Good. Come back to the center and drop your chin down to your chest. We're not moving the whole body, just the head. Let's do one more. Up towards the ceiling. And back, and then down to your chin, to your chest, sorry. Let's come back to a neutral spine. Good. Let's shake it all out. We're going to do one walkout. So we're going to go towards the back of your mat, and we're going to take a deep breath in. So here's your breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, start hinging at your hips. So we're just going to slide your hands down to your legs, and you want to keep your back flat. So if your knees have to bend, that's perfectly fine. We're going to go all the way down and then walk your hands out into a plank position. Holding this plank, I want you to hold, just breathe. Draw the belly button in towards your spine. Good. We're going to slowly lower your knees down. Good. If you can, you're going to give me one time only cat-cow. So when you do a Pilates cat-cow, you start with the inhale and you draw your belly in and round that spine. And when you exhale, drop the belly down, tailbone pushes out, looking forward. Good. Come back into a neutral spine and hold right here. Excellent. So we're going to walk your hands back towards your knees. If you can, you're going to come all the way up on your knees. If you have any problems with your knees, either roll up your mat or place a towel underneath your knees. Now, you're right here. Relax your feet. So try not to tuck your toes under. You want to hold it here. Shoulders down, nice and flat. And as you exhale, we're gonna try to push back. Just lean back and then inhale, come back in. Good. Do it again, push back, and inhale, come back up. Now see how far you can go. You don't have to go too far. You're gonna warm up the quads. Just give me 2 more. Good. Give me 1 more this time. Stay here. Stay here. Let's lift your arms up to shoulder height and lower them down. Let's do it again. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So we're leaning back. Now, some people can lean further. Some people cannot. That's fine. But make sure your back stays flat. Good. 1 more. Good. Now, inhale, bring everything back up. Beautiful. We're going to have a seat. So take a seat on the mat. Good. We're going to start by finding your sitting bones, flattening your feet in front of you. You can hold on to the bottom of your thighs. Now, when you're here, you're going to automatically want to round your shoulders. See if you can drop your shoulders and flatten out your back. Now we start here. I just want you to get comfortable with the seated position. So we start here. Inhale, lift the chest up. And exhale. This is the one time you're going to round that spine, tuck your tailbone, and hold that curved spine. Good. Inhale, lift up, getting you ready to do some work on your back. And exhale, round that spine. So you really want to draw the belly button and suck it in towards the spine. Inhale, lift up. And the last one, you're going to hold it here. Exhale, round your spine. Good. Now, automatically you have a rounded spine. I want you to drop those shoulders and open up through the chest. Bring your hands out to the side on either side of your knee. If at any point this gets too difficult, put your hands on the floor. Otherwise, stay here with me. So you're not resting on your tailbone. Remember that. If you are, adjust yourself. Find a spot where you're not going to end up with a bruised tailbone. So we're going to hold here. Don't hold your breath. As you exhale, slowly extend your left leg out. Good. Inhale, pull it back down. And exhale, right leg extends. Inhale, back down. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Keep drawing that belly button in. And inhale. 1 more time on each leg. Left. Good. So your knees need to be lined up, but that's not written in stone. So if you can't do that, don't worry about it. Now hold it here. See if you can go 1 inch back. Good. Hold it here. We're going to do 3 times on each leg extensions. Inhale. Good. So whether you're inhaling when you lift up or exhaling, doesn't really matter. As long as you're breathing, focus on that breath. Good. 1 more on each leg. Excellent. Good. Holding it here. Take a breath. And as you exhale, roll yourself down. 1 vertebra at a time. And we're going to end up on the floor. Now, when you're here, I'm going to quickly adjust myself because I'm off the mat. So you want to stay on the mat. Now, we're going to start by finding that neutral spine. So you always have your belly engaged. But if you normally have a huge arch in your back when you're here, it's a huge arch. You want to flatten that back just a little bit. Draw your belly button in, tuck that tailbone. Don't try to press that back into the mat because that's not necessary. We're just going to hold right here and we're going to release it. So do it a couple of times so you know where you need to be. Exhale to squeeze and press that back slightly into the mat, and then inhale, release. And again. And inhale, release. Good. Now let's keep it tucked a little bit more, halfway into pressing that back completely into the mat. Now we're going to prep for our Pilates 100. So we're going to inhale at the bottom. As you exhale, lift up, head, neck, and shoulders, looking at the top of your knees. Your hands are floating on either side of your hips. And then inhale, lower yourself back down, where your head comes down last. Exhale, peel yourself off, head, neck, shoulders. If you can go a little bit more, go ahead. Just keep looking at the top of your knees. Now, if you have any issues with your neck, you can always take one hand and place it behind your head. So whichever one. Exhale to peel yourself up. Now this one we're going to hold. And I want you to start pumping your arms. So where your Pilates 100 is 5 counts for the inhale and 5 counts for the exhale. Now keep going with that, and I'm going to explain a couple of versions. So if you want to keep your feet down on the floor, go ahead. If you want to bring your knees up to tabletop, that's perfectly okay as well. This also helps push that back into the mat. Keep pumping. Now there's another version. If you're a little bit advanced, bring your feet all the way up in the air. Straight legs. I think there's one more. So you're going to bring your feet into a Pilates V and lower your legs down to about 45 degrees. Keep pumping. Good. Inhale for 5. And exhale for 5. Just give me one more. Inhale for 5. And exhale for 5. Good. So if your feet are in the 45 degrees, you're going to bring it all the way back up. Bend your knees. Head goes down nice and slow. And bring your knees in for a little side to side. Excellent. So if you need to make a circle and your back feels a little sore, go ahead and do that as well. Make sure you go both directions. Excellent work. All right, now we're going to go right into our single knee stretches. So if you don't want to lift your head up, that's fine. You can lift it up, hold it here, grab onto your left knee, extend your right leg out. Now you're going to take your left hand, grab that left ankle. Right hand is going to grab that left knee. Good. Inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to switch, bringing your left hand on your right knee and your right hand on your right ankle. Good. Now we're going to keep switching. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now if you need to put your head down, go ahead. You can still do the same thing. But I'm going to keep it up. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One last time. Inhale and exhale. Both knees in. Take a breather for your rest your head on the floor. Give it a little sway side to side. Good. Now we're going to do our double leg circle. So we're going to lift your head and shoulders up again. Remember, that's optional. So we're here. We're going to inhale. We're going to reach your arms long, reach your legs long. Exhale, circle, bend your knees, tap your ankles. Inhale, reach. Exhale, circle and tap. Now I'm not putting my head down, but you could put your head down and then lift back up. So your choice. Inhale. Exhale, circle and tap. Inhale, reach. Exhale, circle and tap. One last time. Circle and tap. Let's take a break. Rest right here. Sway side to side. Perfect. Good. We're going to finish our ab series with our single leg stretch. So you're going to extend your left leg straight out. Grab it at your calf, lift yourself up. You're going to take that right leg, extend it straight out. We're going to pull right here. So we're going to inhale and then exhale, switch. And switch. So work with your breath. Inhale and exhale. We're going to add a little pulse here. So we're going to do a pulse, pulse, switch, pulse, pulse, switch, pulse, pulse, switch, pulse, pulse, switch. Give me 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good, beautiful. Your head, you probably feels like you need a little break, which is fine. We're going to place your feet down one leg at a time and give your neck a little break. So rotate your head to the right and then back to the center and to the left. You could do that a couple of times, giving your neck a little break. Good. Excellent. So we're going to do our roll-ups. Extend your legs straight out. Good. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And as you exhale, we're going to lift your head, your neck, your shoulders, your upper back, your mid back, and then your lower back. Come into a seated position, belly button in. Take another breath here. Inhale, and as you exhale, see if you can point your toes away and reach all the way for your toes. Doesn't mean you have to reach your toes. Go as far as you can. Inhale, come all the way back into a seated position. Point your toes up to the ceiling again. Now, when you exhale, this is the critical part. Draw your belly in, tuck that tailbone, and really slow down that descent as you go downwards. Mid back, upper back. Excellent. Holding it here. Beautiful. Let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale. Lift yourself up. Head, neck, shoulders, upper back, mid back. If your feet are coming off the floor, don't worry about it. Comes with practice. Take an inhale here. Point your toes away, and as you exhale, reach for your toes. Keep trying even if you can't. Inhale, come back into a seated position. Exhale, roll yourself down. So the slower you go, the better it is. Excellent. Take it down. Let's do one more regular roll up. Inhale here, and exhale, lift. Beautiful. Point your toes away and reach. Inhale, come back into a seated position. Now, we're going to pause here, halfway hold. Good. Lift your left leg up, and we're going to hold it here. Now, if you can't do this, you can always place your forearms down and go all the halfway down. Now, you're here, square your shoulders, and lift. So we're going to do 8 lifts. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. The reason I keep talking about inhale and exhale, don't forget to breathe. You want to make sure you're using that breath to lift that leg up. One more. Good. Lower that leg down, lift up the other leg. Same thing. Good. Lift. Lift. Don't move that upper body. Lift. Lift. Working with that breath. Good. You got 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg down. Now slowly go all the way down. Beautiful. Excellent work. Once you're here, walk your feet in so that your knees and your heels are approximately lined up. We're going to work on that bridge. So let's start working. And the bridge doesn't just work your glutes and your hams, you're also working your core. So your abs are working too. Place your weight into your heels and lift your bum up into a nice bridge. You should have a nice straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Good. And slowly lower down. So when you're coming up, you're lifting from the bottom. So your tailbone tucks in, lower back comes off, mid back comes off, upper back, and you're kind of staying on your shoulders. Good. On the way down, the shoulders go down, upper back, mid back, lower back, and lastly, you release that tailbone down. Good. Next one, we're going to hold. So we're going to inhale at the bottom, exhale, peel yourself up. Good. Now holding it here, see if you can give me a little pulse, pulsing upwards only with your hips. And if you can't pulse, then you're just going to hold it. So we're going to squeeze your glutes and pulse upwards for 5, 4, 3, squeeze your glutes, 2, and 1. Hold, and slowly take it all the way down. If at any point, you can always pause the video and take a break, but we're going to continue. So we're going to lift up again one more time. There's a few things I'd like to do in the bridge. So we're going to try to lift up one knee off the floor. If this is too difficult, then just hold the bridge with both feet down. Let's lift your left knee up, holding it here. Good. Straighten out your leg as much as you can. Good. Now let's lower the leg down to as far as you can go. So if you can only go halfway, that's fine. If you can go all the way down, that's okay. Lift back up. I want 3 times. Slowly lower down. Now what I'm trying to do is flexing my foot as I go down and pointing my toe as I lift up. So what that does is activates that glute and that hamstring as you go down. Point to lift up. Good. We're going to slowly bend the knee, place that foot down. Your butt has not gone down. You're still in that bridge. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So right knee comes up. See if you can extend that leg straight out. Flex your foot at the top. Lower down to as far as you can go. Good. Point your toe. Lift all the way up. Flex your foot, lower down. Point your toe, lift up. Flex your foot, lower down. Good. So you're going to find that the leg that's down is doing a lot more work. Bend your knee. Place your foot down. Slowly lower your bum down. Excellent work. Bring your knees into your chest. Good. Give it a little sway. Side to side. So you're going to feel your glutes and your hamstrings doing a little bit work. Stay with me. Next week we'll do a little bit more. So this is the first Pilates we have, and gradually we're going to make it a little bit more challenging. Let's lift your head and shoulders up. We're going to rock ourselves up into a seated position. Use your abs to do that. We're going to turn around onto all fours. So we're going to be on your hands and knees. So hands directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly underneath your hips. Try not to have, so if I come in this direction, you don't want to have your knees squeezing together. Keep them slightly apart. So we're right here, back is flat. Relax the shoulders. You shouldn't feel your weight only in your upper body or your lower body. It's totally in the center, core engaged. Good. We're going to start with a little bird dog. So we're going to extend your left leg out. Lift it straight up. Now, before you do anything else, watch your hips are totally square. And we're going to extend and the right arm right out. See if you can hold it for 3 breaths. In through your nose and out through the mouth. Again, in through your nose, out through the mouth. 1 more. Good. Now, only place your hand down. I want you to see if you can tap your toe down, lift it up, squeeze. So you want to lift it as high as your hip and then lower down. Lift up and squeeze. You're going to give me 3 more. Tap and lift and tap and lift. Good. 1 more. Tap and lift. Now hold it up. Hold it up. We're going to see if we're going to tap to the outside of your mat on one side and then tap to the outside of your mat on the other side. So we're going to go side to side, working on those glutes, a little bit on those abductors and the adductor. Good. The rest of the body is not moving. Your core is stabilizing. So you're going to go side to side about a couple more. Good. 1 more. Excellent. Lift that leg back up. We're not done with that leg. Keep your toe pointing down. I want you to make a little circle. So we're going to do a little guacamole masher. So right through that hip joint, circle it out. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Changing directions. Beautiful. Good. Last 2. Last 1. And bring that knee in. So you're going to find that side did a little bit work. We're going to sway your hips side to side. Just give yourself a little breather. Let's extend your right leg out now. And lift it up. So before you do the arm, always remember, watch your hips, square your hips. Lift that leg up as high as you can. And now extend your left arm out. Good. We're going to hold it here. 3 breaths. In through your nose, out through the mouth. Again. And again. Good. Place the hand down. Good. We're going to tap the toe, lift it up. Squeeze at the top. Tap and lift. Good. Tap and lift. Squeeze at the top. Tap and lift. Beautiful. Good. One more. Hold it here. Let's tap to the outside of that right side of the mat, and then to the left side of the mat. So we're going to go side to side, only taking the leg. Don't take your whole body to move side to side. Good. Give me 3. Good. And 2. One more. Good. Excellent work. Hold it at the top and lift it up. Good. Point your toe down. We're going to make that circle. So you want to start clockwise, counterclockwise. It doesn't really matter. 3, 2, and 1. Change directions. Good. Beautiful. One more. And place that knee down. We're going to drop back in a child's pose. Just give yourself that little stretch. Arms are not necessary. You can go down and just sway side to side. Excellent. Let's come up onto your hands and knees again. We are not done with this. So now we're going to work on the left leg. I want you to lift that leg straight up. Good. So we're not going over to the side. Straight up, squeeze your glute and bring it back down. Place it on the mat. We do 2 more like that just to warm up. Squeeze your glute and then bring it back down. One more time. Lift up, squeeze, and bring it back down. So the next one, you're going to lift up and hold. Now, focus on flattening that foot, flexing it. We're going to press upwards. So we're going to go up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold it at the top as high as you can. Little pulses to the top. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Good. Bring your knee down to hover over the floor and then push it out outside to the left side. Bring it down, don't touch the floor, and push it out. This is called your fire hydrant for obvious reasons. Good. And 1 more. Good. Place it down. We're going to switch it up to the other side. If you need to take a little break in between, go ahead. If you want to roll out your wrist, if it's too much weight on your wrist, do that on both sides. Again, if you need more support for your wrist, you're going to fold your mat and make it a little elevated. Same thing for your knees. Or you can place a towel. Let's take the right leg. Same thing. Come up and then place it back down. 3 times. Lift up. Keep that core engaged. It's going to help you balance. So important as we age. Good. Lift up. Hold. Now we're going to lift up and down. Don't place it all the way down. Press up with your heel. It's like you're trying to stamp something on the ceiling from the bottom of your heel. Good. Last 2. Last 1. Let's hold it up. Hold it right as high as you can. And pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold. Bring it down. Don't let it all the way on the floor. We're going to push it out to the side into a fire hydrant and then back down. Out and down and out and down. 2 more times. 1 last time. Excellent. Place your knee back down. And 1 more time, give me a child's pose. Good. Just rock your hips side to side. You can take your knees as wide as your mat and give that little bit of a stretch through the inner thighs as well. Dropping your hips as far back as you can. Beautiful. Excellent. All right. Let's come up onto your hands and knees. Good. We're going to come all the way back up on the knees. And for the finish, we're going to go down on your back again. Hopefully we're enjoying ourselves. Let's go down. Beautiful. All the way down. Good. We're going to do some work on our lower abs. So lift your knees up 1 at a time. This time, your neck is not gonna get any kind of strain. So hands down, knees at tabletop. When I say tabletop, your knees and your hips are completely in the same line. So this is not tabletop, that is not tabletop. You need your knees and your hips in the same line and your legs at 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees, this angle is 90 degrees. Hold it here. Maintaining the 90 degrees, you're gonna give me a single leg toe tap. So you're gonna tap the floor and bring it back up. Switching legs, right leg, tap and lift up. So the goal here is to keep your hips very stable. Watch that your neutral spine, where that gap behind your back, is as minimum as you can. Exhale to tap, inhale to lift. Only touching your toe. You don't need to stomp your foot down on the floor. Good, tap it down. So lower part of your abs working now. Good. One more. Beautiful. We're gonna try to see if you can straighten out your legs as much as you can. If you need a little help, go ahead and use your hands. Now, slight bend in your knee, completely normal. We're gonna see if we can lower one leg at a time. So we're gonna lower your left and then lift it up. Lower your right and lift it up. So when you're here, you're gonna flex your foot to lower and then point your toe to lift. Flex your foot to lower, point your toe to lift. Flex to lower, use your hamstring and your glute to lower, and pointing as you lift, using your quads to lift yourself up. Good, one more on each leg. Good, excellent. Bend your knees just so you can take a little breather. Excellent. Now, we're gonna keep your knees at a very relaxed position. I'm going to extend your left leg only. Hands down. I want you to point your toe to the ceiling. Pretend you have a little pencil at the top of your toes. You're going to make a little circle. I want 5 circles. So we're going to go clockwise. 5, 4, small circles. 3, 2, and 1. Changing directions. 5, 4. It's not a circle from the ankle. It's a circle right from the hip. Good. Lower it down. Switch legs. Point your toe to the ceiling. Circle it out. So squeezing through that inner thigh as well. And change directions. Beautiful. And lower it down. We're going to switch legs again. This time, point your toe. Let's make a circle that's as big as you can. So all the way out, around. So we're only going to do 3. Good. And then change directions. 1, 2. Nice stretch through those hip flexors as well. And 3. Good. Bend your knee, switch to the other leg. But you're going to keep your toe pointed to the ceiling. Big circle. As big as you can. 2 and 3. Changing directions. 1 and 2 and 3. Good. And bend your knees. Perfect. We're going to take one foot down and then the other. And we're going to just straighten out your leg, one leg at a time. Good. Stretch your arms out. Beautiful. Good. We're going to inhale, reach your arms long. And exhale, lift all the way up. Last roll up. Coming up. Good. And we're going to turn around. So we're going to begin our stretch right now. We're going to cool down and stretch. And we're going to come into a plank position. So those of us that cannot do a full plank, you're going to start out here and then lower your knees down, lift your ankles up, and this is your plank. You just need to be in a straight line. So whether you're here or you're completely up, totally up to you. So from here, we're going to slowly lower down, all the way down to the floor. Take your hands directly underneath your forehead and hold it there. Now you're going to slightly separate your legs so that you make a little V with your legs. And we're going to lift only the legs up. So we're going to squeeze and lift, hold, and then lower it down. So when you lift up, you exhale. And inhale, lower down. And exhale, lift. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. And inhale, lower down. Good. We're going to keep your legs down now and bring your hands on either side of your body. Good. Now, we're going to just press into the forearms and lift the chest up. And inhale, lower down. So you can take your arms as wide as you want or as narrow as you want. And you're going to find that stretch or that strength happening in your upper back. Let's do one more. Lift up and lower down. Good. Now we're going to slide your hands directly underneath your shoulders and we're going to lift up into a full upward dog. So you're here, squeeze, relax the shoulders, lift your chin up. Good. Drop back into a child's pose. So as far back as you can, reach your arms long. Good. Come onto your hands and knees. And the same stretch as we did in the beginning, but we're going to do 2 cat-cows. So inhale, scoop your belly in, around that spine, and slowly as you exhale, lower the belly down, relax the shoulders, tailbone out, looking forward. And one more time, inhale to round that spine. And exhale. Good. Let's bring it back into a neutral spine. You're going to step your left leg out and then your right leg out so that you can come into a plank. We're going to take your right knee in between your 2 hands and relax the back foot. So if you're familiar with yoga, this is called the pigeon. We're just using it to stretch those leg muscles out. Bring your fingertips on either side of your knee and slowly lift your chest up. Take a breath here. In through your nose, out through the mouth. Let's do one more. In through your nose, out through the mouth. Good. Let's place your hands down, your forearms, and we're going to give it a little sway side to side, trying to release any kind of tension that we've built up. Good. Holding it here in the center. You can either stack your fist or take your head all the way down and just relax. Enjoy that stretch through the glute, through the abductor, through the hamstring. Just a couple of breaths here. Good. Hands on either side of your knee again. Lift your chest up. Hold it here for just another second. I'm going to tuck that back toe under to step back into that plank so we can switch our feet. Good. Now left knee in. And it doesn't really have to be too difficult. Do what you can. And we're going to come onto your fingertips and lift the chest up. So your goal is to press that left hip down towards the floor as you're lifting your chest and your shoulders. Good. Nice deep breath in and let it out. One more time and let it out. Let's come onto your forearms now. Good. Sway your hips side to side, release that tension. And depending on how you worked, sometimes you feel more tension on one leg than the other. And it's not because of the workout sometimes, it's only just whatever you did during your day. But this is gonna make you feel nice and relaxed, stretched out. Hold it in the center, stack your fist and rest your head. Just enjoy the stretch. Breathe in through your nose and out through the mouth. Give me one more. Excellent. Good. Hands on either side of your knee again. Lift that chest up. Hold here for another breath. Good. We're going to totally take a seat. Coming into a seated position. Now, we're going to do a little bit of a stretch for our glutes. So you can start out with your left leg straight out and have your right foot over, and we're going to twist. Or you can take that left leg and bend it. You can do it either way. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. Good. So you want to feel it right through your waist, through that glute. Try to keep both hips on the floor. And I like to be in a pretzel position. You don't have to be. We're going to switch it up to the other leg. So either straighten out your right leg and left leg comes across. I like to have that leg bent. Some days, if you have problems with your knees and your knees are not feeling it, keep your leg straight. And let's twist as you exhale. And twist the other way as well. Good. Come back to the center. Let's fold your legs and just have a seat. If you do not want to fold your legs, you can keep your legs straight. However you feel comfortable. This is your resting position, so you shouldn't be uncomfortable. Relax the shoulders down. Close your eyes. Focus on your breath. In through your nose. That's the Pilates breath. And out through the mouth. Now every time you breathe in, you're going to feel the air going through your lungs into your diaphragm. And then as you exhale, everything is releasing out, shrinking that belly just a little bit. And with each exhale, you're going to relax, release all that tension from your shoulders, from your neck. Good. Open your eyes. Let's slowly rotate your head to your one side. It doesn't matter which side. Good. Back to the center, over to the other side. Good. And back to the center, lift your head all the way up. And then back and lower your chin down to your chest. Good. Come back into a neutral stance and rotate. Roll out your wrist, feeling that nice release of tension from your wrist, and then roll it in the other direction. Good. We're going to finish off with a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Let's do another one. Inhale. Bringing your palms together and bringing your hands to your heart center. Holding it here just for a second or so. I'm going to rub our hands together for a little positive energy. Using that energy, we're going to brush off negativity, all the toxins, everything that has built up over the week, maybe the year. Take another deep breath in from the universe, all positive energy. Exhale, hands to your heart. And we are done. Namaste. Hope you enjoy your day. Namaste.